That's me telling you that shit that you said was not funny at all. Like, you're a moron. Like, nice try. That shit wasn't funny. But to me, it just spoke volumes. When people try to shit on you like that, it just speaks volumes as to who they are as a person. This chick, she probably don't like working where she works at. She has to. It makes her good money, but she has no creative passion. But when she sees me, I make cookies, I make clothes, I fucking rap, I produce, I paint. There's a whole bunch of shit I do, right? A lot of people, they see that and they get like, they feel like they have to shit on you because you do all these things, right? And what was my other notes I had on that?
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Cervelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct. It's your boy Mr. 9 Times. And it's super weird Cali weather we're having. The past 2 weeks has been overcasted, crazy. Like in the morning, it'll say in my car, you know, the cars always have the super precise temperature that no one ever knew. It'll say 65. Then you open the phone, it'll say 66, but feels like 54. Then you're like, okay, well, it fucking feels like no one knows what temperature it is for real, for real. And then you look on the news and it's a whole different situation as well. Super weird weather. It's overcasted. It's cold in the morning. That's why I got my hoodie on. But then later on, I'll say like around 12, it'll clear up. And then it's hot by 3. It's very warm by 3. It's always April, May that is transitional weather that we have. It'll go from hot to cold. I think in April, around the end of April, it was raining like 2 days, then hot the next 2 days, and then raining the next 2. It's crazy. You know how we cover the weather report. I kind of stopped doing the Serbies Ontario weather report. I kind of just like when it rains, you know, or when it's super hot. But besides that, I don't really care about the weather. It's out there. You could check on your phone. I'm not doing anything else other than what everybody else is doing, just looking the weather up and then telling you guys what the weather is. Like, you can find out for you. Why do we need news people casters anymore? Even when they do. So I'm not a weather meteorologist, but the weather's only accurate up in like up to 3 days. And then even then, the weather's not precise until you get the temperature, like literally now. An hour from now, it's still a guess. Like we could guess, oh, okay, the sun's coming up, so maybe like 1 degree higher at some point. But yeah, I don't understand why we have newscasts or weather reports and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's so crazy how I have so many. Like, I'm recording this in May, and you're not going to see this till June, so that's wild. Or maybe I'll do 2 back-to-back, but I kind of don't like having 2 back-to-back episodes. I wanted to breathe. I want y'all to watch an episode. Give y'all a week out of your lives, just take a week out, whatever it is you want to watch an episode, and then you have it right then and there. I've done that before where I've done 9 a.m. episode and a 6 p.m. episode, but I kind of don't really like it. And I don't want to split the schedule. Like, you'll get an episode Friday and then like Wednesday or something like that. I don't know. I don't really like that schedule, dog. And speaking of schedules, I'm not going to I'm off of vacation. Today's going to be my first day back to work. I work second shift in high key. I'm already it's I'm two sides about it. I need to work, and then my mom's calling me right now. So let's see what my mom is talking about live. Hello.
My son, my love,
Hi, mom.
what are you doing?
I'm recording an episode of my podcast right now. You're live on air with the God's Hour. Say hi to everybody, mom.
Hi, everybody. I need a favor. When I go back with Grandma, can you watch her so I can do my walk, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, see you soon. Love you.
All right, you're leaving right now, or you just picked her up?
No, I just connected to the 60 freeway.
Okay.
So I would say like 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay, see you soon. Love you.
All right. See you soon, mom. I love you.
Love you more. Bye.
Bye. All right, I love my mom. Yeah, so maybe this will be a short episode or something. Maybe not. I don't know. But I still got a lot of shit. I got like a whole nother episode. I've been just knocking out episodes while I've been on vacation. But two ways about it. It was super weird, like getting on, like my last Monday when I was off, I was literally at 3 or 4. I'm over here just looking around like, fuck, I feel like I need to work. Because I do a lot of shit at work. And now, towards the end, I was like, fuck, I gotta go back to work. But like I always tell people, do you want to make money or not? Like, just clock out and go home if you don't. And then they'll probably fucking fire you anyway if you do that. If you walk out on them and shit. So, we got to talk about Fallout. Literally, weeks have gone by, a whole month, without me talking about Fallout. Fallout, the TV show, is one of the best shows I've seen in a long time, especially a live action. It's definitely the best video game show to come out ever. I don't know too many video game TV shows out there. Let's look it up. Let's look this puppy up real quick. Hopefully Presley doesn't get mad at me for talking about puppies. Let's see. Video game TV shows ever. Okay, Halo I haven't seen. The Last of Us I heard is good. Twisted Metal was all right. I wouldn't go out and say Twisted Metal is great. Like, I wouldn't highly recommend it. Knuckles is like for kids, so that don't really count. Arcane I heard is really good. Mortal Kombat Legacy, I don't know. Forward with the Dawn, which is another Halo shit. Okay, so we pretty much Resident Evil. There's a Resident Evil show. Wow. And it came out 2 years ago, so that's how you know. Wait a minute, was Resident Evil good? Because I like Resident Evil 4. Let's see. Lance Riddick, rest in peace, is in there. Paola Nunez, she looks fine. What? Who's that? Let's see. What did it get? What, I got a 4.2 out of 10. Eesh. Okay. So let me speak on what I do know. Twisted Metal was all right. I felt like it was too wacky, like too much humor, because for a Twisted Metal, the games are fucking dark. So I feel like to offset that, they made it like very comedy like, which kind of like, I get it. There was some funny shit in there. The humor actually is pretty good. Looking back at it, I just gotta rewatch it. Rewatch it. It's not fresh in my mind right now, but Fallout smokes everything right now that I've seen. I haven't seen Halo and I haven't seen The Last of Us. What's Halo on? Let me see. Is it? Because I know they did Red versus Blue, which is kind of like more sketches and skits. It's on Paramount Plus. Okay, maybe I'll check that out. The Last of Us I heard is on Netflix. Is that true? It's on HBO. Okay. I've never played the game, but I've heard the game is very good, very sad. So I don't know. Maybe if I do get them shits, I'll check it out. But Fallout is fucking awesome. There's a lot of good humor mixed with drama, a very well written story, and a lot of great lore. that's something that I feel like a lot of franchises don't do well. The lore of it, especially with a video game, you need an action packed, like packed tight, not action packed, but like you need a very dense world, because that's what you're doing. You're creating a world for the audience to delve into. With Fallout, you have things like cram, which is like spam, sugar cakes or flakes or something, which are like frosted flakes. Just different food and beverage items. Nuka-Cola, which is Coca-Cola. There's just a lot of different things to get into that I personally love. I just love the whole lore of Fallout, the Brotherhood of Steel, the ghouls, the super mutants, the Yagway, Death Claws. Just a whole bunch of things as a fan that I want to feel like I'm submersed in a world. The TV show does a good job of introducing you without hitting you, like feel like you're just getting hit over the head. Okay, this is this is that. It's very subtle. You see the very subtle characters and dynamics and just the world of Fallout. They don't really spoon feed you, and they don't really, like, they do a good job of holding your hand through it. Like, okay, for those of you who don't know, this is what it is. And for those of you who are super Fallout experts, it's like still very engaging as well. I just started playing Fallout 4, and this is how you know it's a great show, because it captivated me all the way. I've never played Fallout. I knew homies who played Fallout New Vegas, and a lot of my homies said Fallout New Vegas was the best Fallout. Then I had homies who played 3, and now I'm playing 4. I had 76, but I didn't know 76 was a multiplayer only game. So when I started playing it, I'm like, where's the story? Okay, I'm in a vault. It intrigued me already. It's like 50s, but the future, and you're in a vault, and you're going to reclaim the outside world and all that shit, and recolonize or whatever they say it. But it was just super weird. I think in Fallout 76, you go down, you come out of a vault, and you're like kind of like on a hill, and you go down, and there's like a settlement or something, and it's all bombed. It's all bombed out. So you piece it together like it's a post-apocalyptic. The nuclear bombs drop. And I remember going into like a shed and just taking items. Like, what am I going to do with all these items? Like, am I going to take all the fucking items I ever encounter? And then I encountered a ghoul, which, if you don't know, a ghoul is and this is a super spoiler, by the way. Like, you could skip. If you don't want to hear me talk about Fallout for the next 10 minutes, just skip. Fallout, the video game 76, I encountered a ghoul, which is a person who's affected by radiation, and I think they have like super strength and super duper type shit, and they're basically like an X-Men type shit, but they could live, some of them I think live longer than others, and some just become feral, which means they're a complete monster. They have no humanity in them left, and some ghouls are more like what they were when they were normal, their personality wise. For me, Fallout, the show, got me hooked. I'm all in. I'm like a junkie. More Fallout, more Fallout, more Fallout. I want it all. I literally watched fucking a shitload of videos on the video games, the lore, strategies, the best Fallout game. They say Fallout 4 is the best, kind of like of everything, you know, especially like up to date wise. And I think they're working on 5. I think they just started working on 5. So 5's not going to come out for a while, because I think they have another game, Bethesda. That's the studio. I think they're waiting on that to drop. So I think they haven't even been working on 5. But just to break down the show, it's about this girl named Lucy. She's a vault dweller, and her vault gets attacked. So she has to go up to the surface where no one in her vault has ever done before, and she has to find her dad. And in that, she meets a bunch of people. Everyone, it's like Mad Max. Everyone's a dickhead. Everyone's out for blood. She meets interesting characters. She meets a squire from the Brotherhood of Knights, which is another crazy, I think, awesome dope faction that's there. She meets, I don't think she meets any mutants, but she meets the ghoul. And there's like, I think other ghouls, or at least one other one in the show. I think it's awesome. I think some of the characters are interesting. Some of the more interesting characters are like Maximus. Lucy has a dope storyline. Her father has a crazy. When she meets her father, it's like a super 180, 360 fucking. And her mom too. That shit was like the plot twist. Holy shit. I don't want to spoil it any more than I have to, but it's a crazy good show. It got me. So obviously you hear me how excited I've never been in a Fallout. I had homies that were into it, but I never was into it. Now I'm super into it. I was super into the Jedi Fallen Order. This is taking me off of that. Jedi Fallen Order is a really great game. I don't know if I talked about it too much, but same thing. It has great lore. Like I'm already familiar with like the Wookiees, Kashyyyk, Gonk droids, all that nerdy shit. And it's just gotten me like, this is like the new crack. Fallout is like the new crack. So I'm fucking super straight into it, dog. Watch it. It's a great show. It's on Amazon Prime. And they're not paying me to tell you this, but it's a great show. And you know what I mean? I'm always into great shows. So there were some other notes I had about Fallout. Let me say. Yeah, it blew me away. Oh, and I love that it alludes to like secret government controlling the world, and how the like there's like conspiracies and the Illuminati, like an Illuminati-esque type vibe to it. Just really dope. The whole atmosphere, the writing, the story. It's just a great show. And I really like the actor who killed the role as the ghoul. He's like world famous. He's been in like everything. Justified, which is another show I've never seen, but I've seen scenes of it and it looks dope. Who plays the ghoul Fallout? Everyone knows this fool. Cooper. No, that's the guy's name in the fucking. God damn it. It's like Walton Goggins, right? Walton Goggins? Is he in the game too? What? Oh, I see what it is. They're trying to like kind of associate him with another character, which I think is Nick Valentine with the hat and what is it? Fallout 4? What else has Walton Goggins done? Because I know he's done. He was in House of Cards? No way. Let's see. Filming and production. No. I want to know about Walton Goggins. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I'm not up on my shit. Walton. There's my mom. Yeah, Walton Goggins. Yeah, he did Justified, which I think a lot of him. He was also in Sons of Anarchy for a little bit. I think he was in like a few episodes. I think he was like a tranny or something, which is hilarious. It goes to show you his dynamic range. He was in A Hateful Eight. I've never seen it. Django? Who the fuck was he in Django? What? Predators? Never seen it. Wait, Predators? The one where they're like on a planet and they're all surviving and shit as a team? I don't know. That chick, the Lucy chick, she's fine, bruh. I like medium wet eyes like that. Justified. Oh yeah, he's in Invincible. He plays Cecil. What? Tell me why this fool's like low key like my favorite actor on the low. I just never knew. Let's see. He's done a lot of shit, bro. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Tomb Raider. I want to say, yeah, the newer Tomb Raider that came out. Prey, I don't know. Diablo. I remember Diablo. I never watched it, though. Sons of Anarchy, yeah. Venus Van Dam, that's Amino. He was in Machete Kills as El Camaleon. That's hilarious. He was in Lincoln. What else? Okay. All right, I'm not going to look any further. He was in CSI Miami? Wow. Only in one episode. Let's see. Predators. Is this the one where I'm thinking of? Let's see. Let me play the trailer real quick. A group of elite warriors parachute in an unfamiliar jungle. Who was he? Oh, he was the convict guy. Yeah, he's like the first dude to die. Holy shit. Yeah, this fool is low-key like a dope actor on the low that I just never knew about. So what I was going to say was there's usually actors that kill a role and they become them. So I want to say, let's just say, I can't even. Oh, like, the guy from Twisted Metal, the main guy, he's fucking Papa Doc from 8 Mile. But he didn't really kill that shit. Oh, no, he's the Falcon, right? So he's the fucking Falcon from Marvel. I'm forgetting his name. Fuck, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad on my ignorance. Pardon me. Pardon self, God. What is it? Fuck, man. Or like the dude who plays Jax. He's forever Jax. For me, on what's his name? Nicholas. Who's that fucking guy? Hugh Jackman's always going to be Wolverine. For me, Brad Pitt. Well, Brad Pitt's killed a lot of shit, so I can't even say that. But you know what I'm trying to say. There's actors out there that kill a role so hard that they're fucking them, bro. I'm trying to think of more people, right? I don't know. Omari Hardwick is always going to be Ghost. What's his name is always going to be Tariq. God damn it, man. I'm trying to think of actors that are in my mind. They're always going to be that dude. But Walton Goggins is forever going to be the Ghoul in my mind. No matter wherever I see him in, he's always going to be the Ghoul to me. He killed that shit. To me, the Ghoul might be the best character because he has so much depth and complex personality traits about him before he becomes a Ghoul and when he becomes the Ghoul. It's like this fool, he's just like a regular dude. He's an actor. He's making money, trying to feed his family. Real dope shit, right? But then, he finds out shit about his wife and a bomb's drop. He becomes a Ghoul. He becomes like an animal. He has to survive out here by any means necessary, right? Fucking phenomenal. I just can't. I'll rate Fallout like a strong 9.2. Fallout is a great show. And I don't say that about too many shows, bro. I don't. Like, Sopranos, I don't give. I'll give a Sopranos is in the high 8s, like 8.8, 8.9. Because every episode ain't dope as fuck to me. Like some episodes, it's drama, this, that. You know what I mean? Like there ain't too much really happens in a Soprano every episode. Like it's not consistent. Fallout is very consistent. This happens, this happens, this happens. Connected to this, backstory, we go back to the present, and it all connects together. Fire. You know what I mean? So yeah, go watch it. All right, here's where we kind of drop off because I have a whole bunch of topics. So 40, Drake's producer, he says he makes melodies producing first to get the vibe. This is a long time ago when I wrote this. Hold on, let me say that back to myself again. He makes melodies producing first to get the vibe, and then he puts the drums and shit. Okay, so here's what I was going. Most of the time, producers, they bang the drums out. Boom, boom, cap, boom, boom, cap, boom, 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 cap, right? And then they chop the samples up, fucking however the samples go. But 40 is talking about he listens to the melody first, whether he's sampling, he's sampling or whatever it is, and then he does the beat like that. I think that's very awesome. I'm the same way. I need to hear the melody. I need to hear the, if it's like peace is like do 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 do, right? And then I'm like, oh shit, that's fire, and then we work on it from there. Or what is it? I think it's Metropolis, where it's like the sparkly kind of. I think they're like pianos or some shit where it's like da na 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 na. In the back. So I'm very a melody driven producer as well, and I think that's fire. It makes sense why Drake is such a superstar with a producer like 40, because I feel like I'm gonna be one of the greats when it's all said and done, and just recognize real. I want to commend 40 for being a great producer. I don't think I've ever publicly said it. I may not like Drake, him as a character and all that shit, as a persona, but he does make good music, and 40 is a great producer. So I want to give 40 his flowers. I agree with him. I forgot where I seen him in what interview, but he does make some very great beats. My Theo George, he's cool, and the trash people came through with the trash cans. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. My Theo George, he's all right? Like, he's cool or whatever, but he just makes a lot of bonehead decisions, which is all stemming from his bum ass. I don't want to say bum ass, but bonehead brain that he has. He really does. Like, I don't know what it is, but my Theo George, he's always been like a super like negative Nancy, and he's very stuck in his ways, especially now in his old age. It's like, you can't tell him shit about nothing. Like, he'll firmly believe the sky is green, and you could hit him with all these facts and mathematics, and he'll still be like, dog, the sky is green when I wake up, dog. There ain't nothing we could talk about it. And you're like, wow, you're a fucking idiot, bro, on the low. So my Theo Angel gave him this beautiful pit bull. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful pit bulls I've ever seen in my fucking life. Maybe the most beautiful pit bull. And my uncle doesn't spend time with the dog. Never bothered training the dog. My grandmother, she has Alzheimer's. She's 80. And she could barely get around like she would anymore, obviously, right? But my grandma's still doing awesome in her old age. Even with her deteriorating health. That shit already, just saying that shit already fucking, like, you know what I mean? God give me strength. Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, so the dog. He never trained the dog. My uncle's a moron. He never trained the dog, never did nothing. So the dog likes to jump. He likes to jump on people. And I noticed that this is a big fucking dog. Like, maybe like 100 pounds or some shit like that, or 80 or whatever a fucking grown ass pit bull is. And I told my uncle, yo, dog, you need to train this dog. This dog is out of control, and you need to train it. And this fool, oh yeah, you could train it, and why don't you train it? You could do that shit. It's not my fucking dog. What are you talking about? And he's all, exactly, well, you know what I mean? We'll stop talking shit and all this shit. I literally wanted to break a bottle over this fool's head, because dogs are sacred to me. I'm like, bro, that's some of the biggest bullshit I've ever heard anybody say. Why don't I train a fucking dog that ain't mine? Bro, this dog, it will spin out of control, because if a dog thinks it's the master, it's going to act like it's the master and do dumb shit if you don't fucking pull, if you don't train it and all that shit. Man, there's a lot of shit distracting me right now. But yeah, my uncle's a moron, and thankfully, thank God, he's not my Theo, but he by this point, I just call him my Theo Nono. Took Citlali, that's the beautiful dog's name, in, and I called my Theo Angel about it, and he's like, yeah, she's with Nono, and I was like, thank God, bro. But why did he even give that? That should be my Theo Angel's lesson. Never give my Theo George nothing, bro. No Hot Wheels, a dog, a toy dog, a fucking video game about dogs, nothing with dogs, or just anything in general. Cause it's like they say, man, you're not grateful for shit until it's taken away from you. And then he was bitching and complaining in our family group chat, like, oh, we gotta find a dog, we gotta find a home, and it's like, fuck you, bro. Like, you find it a home, bruh. Ain't nobody want to help you, especially after what it was the dog jumped on my grandma and she fell, and I think she like broke something, or she got seriously hurt. And my dad was like, that's it, dog. Like, you need to find this dog a home, because that's some bullshit. So yeah, I don't want to say fuck my uncle, but like, yeah, he's just a bonehead. He's just a moron, and everyone knows it too in the family. Everyone stays away from him. He don't want to come around. He likes being a hermit in his little hermit kingdom. I don't want to talk too much shit about him, but everybody got that one family member that's just an idiot, right? What else do we got? Instagram stopped me from commenting. Censorship. I love doing my emojis, pew, 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 hit them off like with a flare of emojis, and Instagram stopped me. I'm violating their spam guidelines or whatever. This is going back to the guideline shit, bruh. Then nobody give a fuck about these guidelines. As long as I'm not saying, post this story on my page or something. Like, there's a lot of robots out there. Obviously, I'm not a robot. You can see my face. You can see when I post shit. Fact check. You can go on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, and you see it's me, bro. There's no way in hell I'm a robot. If I am a robot or AI, this is some pretty sophisticated shit. Cause I'm out here doing some real fucking physics, defying gravity laws of physics or whatever the fuck you know what I'm trying to say. If I was an AI, I'd be some groundbreaking shit right now, but I'm not. So Instagram, fuck you guys. Cause y'all was over here, they banned me for a week from commenting. A week. You know how much shit my homies are coming out with that I'm trying to do the emojis and all that shit? I can't even do that. So fuck Instagram. Fuck you. And yeah, Instagram, all these social media platforms, YouTube, all them is just some bootlicking, cocksucking, dick smokers out here, bro. Straight the fuck up. One of the homies said he could knock Mike Tyson out. Shout out to homie Fresh. I don't want to say your name on here. The homie Fresh, I'm walking by him doing my work or whatever. We work kind of in the same vicinity and all that. He's talking about he can knock Mike Tyson out. I'm like, bruh, you can knock who out? Mike the pizza shop Mike? Who? Mike Tyson? The champ. The greatest of all time? Knock him the fuck out. I said, Fresh, what's something in that shit you smoking, bruh? What you talking about? Hey, he's talking about, hey, dog, we from the hood, dog. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Mike Tysons in the hood. What hood? Where? There's only one Iron Mike, bro. You got me fucked up right now trying to affiliate yourself with the champ. Bro, please don't ever disrespect yourself like that. You work in a warehouse with your little hoodie on. You fucking work out after or before work. Don't get it confused, bro. This is the thing about people and their overconfidence, bro. Your overconfidence to get you fucked up or worse. You know them dudes who, and he's not even rah like that, but them dudes who swear up and down like they could fuck anybody up or do whatever. Like, no, bro. Them people are the first ones out the game because, okay, like, you just loud. The loudest in the room, always the weakest. And he wasn't even being loud, and I don't even want to talk shit because that's a good homie. But it's just like, knock fucking Tyson out? Come on, bro. That's some bullshit. That's crazy. Why do kids feel the need to impress adults? There's a very interesting thing, and I was one of these kids too growing up. I always felt like I needed validation. Not always, but like in front of my elders, I always wanted to look smart or look cool or look whatever, especially like with my older cousins. And I don't know where that comes from. Is it just like attention seeking or what is it? I don't know. I just find it very interesting. I forgot where I got that from, but I see kids today, especially when they're around me, they want to see, especially my little cousins. I see that. That's what it was. My younger cousins, they were like just asking me like, what's up with this? What's up with that? You know what I mean? And I think I spoke on this with Advis, but I told him, I was like, even if I told you everything you needed now, it wouldn't mean nothing because you haven't experienced it. I think Advis, he said something about knowledge without experience is just bullshit or whatever the fuck he said. Shout out to Advis. But it really is, bro. It's just like you haven't experienced life like that. You're a kid, bro. You're a teenager. Like you just got into your teenage years. There's a lot for you to learn. I'm like 11 years older than them. Some shit like that. Like at least a solid 10 years older than my little cousins. Bro, just live life. You know what I mean? You don't have to attention seek. And this goes for anybody because people are attention seeking whether they're young or regardless, right? You don't have to be the cool guy. You don't have to be, you could be a nerd. You could be a backpacker. You could be whatever. Like me, I'm me. And I don't give a fuck. Like a lot of people, they want to judge you and all this bullshit. I'm always going to be me regardless. Whether you don't like that I do X, Y, and Z. You could be the nerdy dude with a strap. You could be the cool guy with his own brand. You can be the guy who needs glasses, but I don't know. You could just be all these things. into the kids, man. I really feel for the kids out here, bro, because they're the future. And if we don't take care of the future, we're fucked straight up. And we got to look towards the past to see that. Looking back, bro, I was always, not always, but I was really big on like validation and just looking cool. And a lot of it was attention seeking, but because in myself, in my soul, something wasn't right, trauma, I was trying to be extra because I was compensating for something that I felt like I didn't have or I had a lack of. So like I always say, bro, you gotta question yourself and ask yourself why. I just think it's interesting because kids don't know anything. So what are we doing that makes, because there's something that we're doing as like the teachers or the parents of these kids that are making them feel lesser of. Because if they felt like they had it already, they wouldn't feel the need to be all extra and shit. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but let's break it down. I got messages. Let me see. My mom is coming up the stairs. All right, I'm going to wrap this up right now, Mom. I don't know if you could hear that. Let me see. Let me. Okay, so I had a manager meeting, and my manager is a super hater. Like, she just to preface this, like, she's a super big Taylor Swift fan. That just lets you know, if you're a super big, like, and there's nothing wrong with being a Taylor Swift fan, but she's a Taylor Swift stan. Like, she'll fucking jump over a bridge, like, jump off a bridge with her if it meant, like, I don't know, some shit like that, right? So we're in a meeting, and I'm always based on professionalism. I'm not going to shit on you in public. I'm not going to do anything to bury you in public. That's wrestling terms, but I'm not going to make you look like an idiot in front of anybody. I think that's corny, especially if we're like in a professional workplace. I do not appreciate that whatsoever. So, I like fucking with people. She's talking all this shit, Taylor Swift. I'm tired of hearing it. We're like 5-10 minutes into time, and Taylor Swift and her new album, and it connects to this and her life and this and da. I got so mad about it. I kept just joking. Taylor Swift, she ain't make no Illmatic. She ain't make who's Taylor Swift, bro? She don't even write her own music, and I know that for a fact. And she got so offended. Well, you know what? You're just jealous because you're not successful and you're a rapper. And everybody, that was the biggest joke to everybody. Everybody thought that was the funniest shit. I'm like this. And I see everybody's continue to laugh. So literally, what do I do and this is my classic one that I do when people are laughing at me and everyone's laughing, ha ha ha. I just look around, ha 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 ha. And literally, like some people laugh more because of that, and some people are just kind of like, they find it, I'm like, ha 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 ha, like a super fake laugh. Like, to me, that's me telling you that shit that you said was not funny at all. Like, you're a moron. Like, nice try. That shit wasn't funny. But to me, it just spoke volumes. When people try to shit on you like that, it just speaks volumes as to who they are as a person. This chick, she probably don't like working where she works at. She has to. It makes her good money, but she has no creative passion. But when she sees me, I make cookies, I make clothes, I fucking rap, I produce, I paint. There's a whole bunch of shit I do, right? A lot of people, they see that and they get like, they feel like they have to shit on you because you do all these things, right? And what was my other notes I had on that? Yeah, I just think she's a jealous ass broad that, she could go fuck herself. She got divorced or whatever. Things ain't looking good in the household of this chick, right? So I'm just like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, and after that, I'm like, wow, you really try to make me look like an asshole in front of like everybody. I was like, okay, like people don't even know this, but if I talk to you a lot and I'm very like outspoken with you, we're cool. If I'm quiet around you, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with this relationship, right? Because I'm never quiet. Like this is how I am, like around the closest people. Like I'm really like extroverted and all that shit. If I'm really quiet and just like You fucked up. You fucked up somewhere down the line. And another thing too, it's like, why would I give a fuck about being as famous as Taylor Swift? I don't want to be as famous as Taylor Swift. Are you fucking nuts? That's crazy. She's out of her mind. In my opinion, in some areas, right? She's a great, believe me, I believe she's a great person. Everyone's a great person, yada, 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 right? But to think that I would be jealous of somebody who was a megastar, dog, I don't give a fuck. In my whisper voice, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You could have all the money you want. You could have all the fame. It doesn't mean shit to me, bro. It really doesn't. I don't care. You know what my goal is, though, bruh? My goal is to just be self-sustaining and make all the music I want without, whatever. Like I said it all the time, fortune over fame. I don't have to do all the extra bullshit that people do for fame. And my mom is already calling me. So message of the day, fuck what people think and say about you and just stay positive, bruh. Like, people are going to doubt you. People are going to say, oh, he can't do this. He's this. And people are going to... They could think whatever they want, bruh. You know what you want to do, and you know how to do it. So focus. And this might have been the last message, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna stand on that. Stay positive and stay proving them wrong. Fuck all these haters, los haters. Fuck them all, right? You just be you, and you worry about what you gotta do to be great and step in that greatness. This is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my headstone.